another stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. And today I'm going to be giving a shout out to LadybirD Loves. Her name is Lisa, and she has a really awesome channel. She really cares about other YouTube creators out there in the Yarny community. She has, on Sunday, she does a building bridges with creators and watchers. And she also interviews a lot of content creators. She does some tutorials. She's also very unique. And unique in a good way. Because I love Lisa. Y'all need to check her channel out. She's awesome. And I just love her accent. She has the coolest accent. But anyway, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, she also has a cat, so she's a cat lover. Her cat's name is Beanie. So yeah, go check her out. Go show her some love. And if you're a content creator and you would like me to give your channel a shout out, please let me know, and I'd love to give you a shout out and help support your channel and make others aware of your channel. So I would like to know what you're working on that you're knitting. And another thing I'd like to know about you, what are you, a coffee or a tea drinker? Well, I am a coffee drinker. I also like tea too, but I gravitate towards coffee more. And when it comes to coffee, oh, I love me some Starbucks. That's my favorite type of coffee. My second favorite would be community coffee. And I love the flavored coffees, where, like the holiday coffees, community has their Mardi Gras blend. That's awesome. I also love the holidays with the pumpkin spice. I wish you could find that year round though. And I also like the peppermint chocolate or peppermint mocha coffees. And I love the coffee creamers and those flavors too. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other. I like the mocha flavored coffee, caramel, cinnamon. And but the coffee creamer is kind of the same thing. I love the the holiday ones, and like caramel, French vanilla. But that's what I like when it comes to coffee. Now teas, I tend to like peach, lemon ginger, and there's also a peach ginger which is really good. I tend to like the fruity flavored teas, and chai is another one. And when it comes to chai tea, and I've even done this with mint tea too. Mint's another flavored tea that I like. I've done it with the chai, the mint, and also like the caramel tea, where I'll take some almond milk and heat it up, which you can also do it with regular milk. It doesn't have to be the almond. It never fails. My coffee pot always tends to beep while I'm filming. But anyway, back to tea. So, and usually I'll add some, stevia to it, and you can add whatever type of sweetener you like. But it is awesome. And that's my favorite way to drink some of those type of teas. And I know some of y'all may not be a coffee or tea drinker. So just let me know what you like to drink if you're not. And I used to love drinking soda. And I used to drink way too much soda. I mean, I drank it to the point where people would comment on how much soda I used to drink. And, Coca-Cola was my thing. And at one point I was really into the Welch's grape soda. But I haven't drank soda for about 6 or 7 years now. I gave it up. And in the past, any time that I would quit drinking soda, it would last about a year, year and a half, and then usually I would get drawn back to it, where all of a sudden I would decide to drink a Coke, and even though it would taste horrible. And I know if y'all have ever given up soda and y'all go back to drinking it, y'all know what I'm talking about, how horrible it tastes. But yet, somehow it reels you back in. So, this past time that I've given up soda, I refuse to touch it. And that's how I find that I've had success with giving it up. Where the closest I've come when it comes to drinking soda, at one point I did get into the sparkling flavored waters, the 0 calorie ones, and I started not liking how they made me feel, because it had that kind of like how the soda does. And really, for the most part, it really is the same thing as soda. It's just the fruity flavors. And I didn't like how I just kept wanting to drink it. So I was like, no, that's got to go. So I stopped drinking them. And about a month ago, Frank had brought me home something to drink, and he got me an orange high C. And at first I wasn't sure if that was actually soda or not, which it was. I took one little sip and I was like, no. But that's been my adventures on soda, and I have no intentions of ever drinking soda again. Guess what? I will be going live Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure y'all come check me out. And basically, I'm going to do kind of like a Q&A where y'all can ask me questions. I can ask y'all some questions. And just hopefully we can get to know each other better. I was going to try to get Frank in it, but I don't think he's gonna be there. But we're still going to have a good time without Frank if he's not there. But anyway, it's going to be Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to try to do a scheduled event on YouTube, so that way y'all should be able to get a notification about it. And hopefully everything will go smoothly and there won't be any problems. But it will be my first time going live, so you don't know what to expect. So, and like I said, if it may happen, it may not be able to happen, but we're going to try. And for those that don't know, I have a 400 subscriber giveaway going on, and I'm going to put the link for that in the description box below. So if you haven't entered, there's still plenty of time. It's going to be going on through April 1st, so go ahead and check that out. And as y'all see, I am wearing an Easter hat, and I'm going to try to get closer so y'all can see it better. This one had a lot of color work involved in it, as you can see, but I think it's such a cute hat, and I fell in love with it when I saw the pattern. And yes, there is some backstory to tell y'all about making this hat, which will go to prove that we all have our mistakes when it comes to making projects. And this is one that my first attempt did not come out right. It came out way too small, which this is the first attempt at it. And I'm actually going to have to try to find someone that this hat fits so I can give it to them. But with this hat, they have the graph for it. And evidently the designer must have designed the graph itself on it, because you can tell it's like in their handwriting. It's not like how you typically see the pictured graphs in a pattern. And I used the Big Twist yarn making this hat, and I used the watermelon, the lilac, white, cornflower blue, and the spring green when I made this hat. And when it comes to the little Easter eggs on it, there's different patterns where you can do the Easter eggs. You have different options of how to do them. But I just thought this was the cutest little hat. And like I said, this one came out way too small, which some of it was my fault. Where, and the funny thing is, I kept thinking to myself, I don't think it's long enough. And I should have trusted my instincts and measured it. And this happened to me one other time, but from now on, I will not trust the pattern. I will measure to make sure. But the width was also an issue, which I think some of it's because of all the floats and all the, did you see all the floats? Which it takes up room underneath the hat. And I don't know, maybe there's an easier or a better way to do color work than how I'm doing it. But I find with the color work, usually it takes up a lot of room inside. So you got to kind of keep that in mind when you're doing color work. And when I remade it, I added two more segments of the bunny, and I made sure to measure the length of it, and this one came out fine. And I am going to put the pattern link in the description box below in case y'all are interested in making this hat. And I know I like doing color work patterns, and I'm really trying to find more patterns to do. I have a few ideas that I'm probably going to be playing around with before Easter. But anyway, and I also want to point out how the pom-pom is multicolored, where I have the watermelon, cornflower blue, and the lilac in the pom-pom. And this is my first time that I ever did a multicolored pom-pom. And the pattern does show you how to do it multicolored. And really, there's not much to it. You just wrap a third in each color. And then if you have the same type of palm maker as I do, where you have to wrap two sides, well, then you just make sure that the same color is like right under each other. But I really like the multicolor, and I may start doing that on more hats. So when it comes to my sock yarn, it is making progress. It's slow. We really haven't been working on it that much, and really this past week it's been Frank that has worked on it. But this is what we still have to untangle. So hopefully soon it will finally be untangled, because I really want to start working on those socks that I've been planning. But I'm determined. We're gonna get this yarn untangled. It may take a while, but it's coming. In cat news today, well, Sophie has been very generous with her cat massages to me, which I love getting her little kitty massages. And on the downside to Sophie, she's been knocking stuff over lately, where we have a little table in between our two living room chairs, and she always wants to knock stuff over on that little table. And like, you know how and that's usually is where I tend to do my crochet and knitting at. So a lot of times she'll knock over my little trinkets for crochet and knitting, and like the stitch counters. And even Allie's guilty of it because she'll paw at them and knock them off too. And I have lost so many stitch counters from my kitties. And I literally had to buy extras because I would keep losing them. And normally, like, when you clean, you tend to come across them. But every now and then it's like they just completely vanish. I don't know what they do, what they did to it. But yeah, Sophie, she loves to knock things over. And then Allykins, well, yesterday she was kind of playful, where I would take my finger and kind of go like that, and she would kind of attack at it. But she's been doing a lot of sleeping on the back of the sofa lately. And I've also noticed this past week, there's a short-haired black cat that has started hanging around outside in the yard. Like I said, the stray cats seem to be attracted to our yard for some reason. So I'm curious, do you have any cats? And or what type of pets do you have? Tell me about your pets. I know some of you have mentioned in the comments before about your pets, but I like to know, what type of pets you have, and you can share their names with me. And yeah, I'd love to hear about your pets. So I think that's about it that's been going on with my cats. They've been pretty quiet, not a lot of adventure with them the past few days. So for those of y'all that are new to my channel, all of my contact information is in the description box below. Like I said, I have a Facebook group. I'm on Ravelry. I'm on Instagram. So yeah, come check me out on my different platforms. And I think that's basically all that I have for y'all today. I do have a mystery Easter project that I'm working on, that I'm crocheting, which I should be finished that probably by the end of tomorrow. So it should be finished for my Crochet Tuesday video. So be looking forward to seeing that. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, and please share my videos on your social media platform. Help my channel grow. And I just want to let y'all know that you guys are awesome, and I hope y'all are having a fabulous yarny day. And be the light, and